this film, it's funny because I was on the way here and I saw a kind of bus went past. It said like British Comedy of the Year.
You on a bus?
I saw a bus went past.
All right.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, it is really funny, but I found this film quite sad and quite moving at times as well. Timothy, your character in particular, I mean, everyone else around you is playing lots of really comedic elements. You really play it straight the sort of whole way through. I was interested to know, because that's such a tricky balance to get right, that comedy and kind of pathos. What convinces you as actors that it's going to be okay, that the balance is going to be successful? Is it the script? Is it conversations with the director?
Well, you can never be sure. You don't know. You have no idea. I mean, you look at the script, you think, well, this is a good start. It says comedy, and within 10 minutes I was laughing a lot, so that's helpful. And then you find out who's in it, who's the director, and you think, well, we've got a chance, but you don't know. You never know.
We're seeing it tomorrow with a big audience, and, hopefully they laugh.
Yeah.
We hope so, yeah.
I mean, you do.
You just never know. But with this, I felt there was, like, my instinct was saying this just works because Johnny's script is brilliant. I think Thea had the right sort of attitude and vision for it. But then also you turn up and the cast is who they are. You go, this is kind of a recipe for something special.
Yeah, because Tim, I was going to ask you, because you play, a nasty man in this, but you've played really gentle, really warm people as well across your career. I'm interested to know, is your approach to tackling a role any different, dependent on whether you're tackling someone who is inherently quite a bad person to someone who is inherently a very good person?
No, it's exactly the same, without sounding too, technical about it or commit the crime of talking about the acting, which is always deeply boring and pretentious as well. Is to just think about a character and what isn't on the page, which is mostly about their motivation, but most people don't talk about their motivations, to find out why they are what they're like. And then hopefully try and work that out and then stick it in underneath and make sure that the language is coming out of somewhere that's real, complex and real. That's it, that's all.
Your character is well, she's kind of like the entry point, I think, for the viewer. It kind of ties it all sort of together. But she's obviously very underestimated in this, but she sort of thrives as well. She takes a lot of pleasure in sort of proving people wrong. But I was reading an interview of you before where you said you felt underestimated at times in your career. I wondered if that was a connection to this role, something you could share with her. Yeah,
probably. I feel like a lot of people can relate to Gladys and that feeling. I definitely have in my life and in my career felt that way. So it was an easy thing to tap into. But it's fun playing roles like that because you get to surprise the other characters in the story, but you also get to surprise the audience. So I think it was a nice journey to go on. Gladys is, I think, Johnny's made her, the entry point for the audience, as you say, but he's also made her very real, and I think she has elements of both Edith and Rose in her.
She has a very good journey, and Ange really plays it beautifully. You see this person changing to a certain degree, don't you? Taking, it's lovely. Yeah.
I know that Olivia kept one of the letters and framed it at home. I think it's one that says, "You sad, stinky bitch," which she's now got up in her toilet, apparently.
It's such a good idea.
Which got me thinking, do you guys ever keep souvenirs from projects you're on? I mean, is that, and if so, is there any that kind of come to mind of things that you've, little mementos or whatever from
No, I wished I'd nicked one of my wands from Harry Potter, because a friend of mine saw one for sale in California for $17,000. But then again, if I had taken it, it would have been theft. So whoever nicked it...
I feel like you have the right to ask for it, and they have to give it to you. Come on.
I did a film that wasn't a very success about Houdini, in which I played his manager, and Houdini's trunk was absolutely beautiful, and I kept dropping hints about it. And I think I had my birthday when I was there, and I got it for my birthday, and it's in my living room. It's really lovely. Yeah, it'd be nice. Be nice to the art department and the costume department. You might end up with a nice suit.
Just very quickly before I go, I just wanted to ask, because obviously the swearing is such a big part of this. What is your favourite swear word?
In real life?
In real life, yeah.
I think you can't improve upon fuck. That just works. It's classic. It's classic. It works. It does the job. Move on.
I'm not going to say it because it's too emotive and
what letter does it start
an
with?
invariant C.
Okay.
But it does offend, particularly on the other side of the pond where it has misogynist connotations far more than it does on this side of the island, which actually it can be a term of endearment.
Yeah. I think my favourite's gobshite, which I heard a few times.
That's a good one.
I was very happy, actually.
That's a good one.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!
Hey,